at it and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Next score, Seahawks 7, 49ers nothing. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to...
And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a second one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So problems with Aaron passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
No gain on the play there, second down. Well, this defense for the Niners, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Now this throw caught left side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one good for 37 yards.
First down, Seahawks.
They'll run on first down. Carson, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game. They always say, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Lance able to find Mostert. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center, because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure that defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with that's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit. Because in college, he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here. But at the same time, in the NFL, you can do so much more because of the athletes you have, because of their football IQ. And don't forget, you're going to throw a couple extra rushers at him as well. See if he can handle the pressure when those guys come at him.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Lance finding Kittle, first down San Francisco. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Alton Robinson. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Another try after the first down sack. Lance. Now he's flushed out right, and a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Lance. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Play action. It's Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Gerald Everett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field. But to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. Touchdown, Seahawks. Gerald Everett, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Here's Lance. And it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Faking to give to Mostert. Now Lance. And this one is incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now Lance. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Off of play action, here's Lance. And now he'll fire deep downfield for James. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. And they'll go for it. Lance. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Throwing on 2nd and long. Lance escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Watch number 5. Single. 31's the mic.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. They find some open field here. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st?
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the 1st half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. Now left side on the swing pass. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards on the play. Now it's Wilson. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And a rout is on here in this 1st half. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ahkello Witherspoon. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Good job right there. Good job right there. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check.
They run it with Carson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth. Touchdown! Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the route is on here in this first half. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Taking it about the 1. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
56. It's a party now. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Hey, watch the
Play action. Now it's Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there, and that'll bring up second down.
They're running it. 31's the mic. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
And Lance now to throw. Got a man, that's Ayuk. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. Oh, look at that. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
31's the mic. Hey, 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 hey. Size blue. 31's the mic. Hey, they scared. They scared. 31's the mic.
Throwing on first down is Lance. Got a man, that's Richie James. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
57 the mic. 57 the mic. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big pickup of 38. And hats off to Russell Wilson. He just went over 35,000 passing yards. Seems to be in contention for a passing title year after year. Came into the league in 2012. And so darn consistent. Congratulations to Russell Wilson on topping another marker. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Tyler Lockett was the target there. But it's going to be second down. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
To throw again is Wilson. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded right around the 8. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Watch the twist. Alert, alert, alert.
On second down now. It's Carson. And look at this. For the second straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
Now this is fielded in the end zone.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Here's Lance to throw it. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
Right there. 54, right there, 54.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. That catch good for only a couple. Now Lance again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
54. Mike 54. Check right.
Throwing his Lance on third down. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk. His second touchdown on the season. And the Niners, they eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that, just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Still going. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 81 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And the Seahawks first down.
Now it's Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will extend this big lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Come on, guys.
Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Now the first carry for Brian Hill. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Bart, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Jaworski marked on the tackle. A gain on the play. First down, Seahawks.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Watch the whip.
36 power.
Here's Carson. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 49ers 18-yard line.
57's Mike. I got you, punk. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Here we go, G. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Throwing is Wilson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
On 3rd down, Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Gerald Everett there to make the grab. And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead will swell by one more.
49ers 16.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second and 10.
Check back. Watch safety creep. Watch yellow. Safety's creeping. Rush in.
Lance going to throw. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Lance finding Ayuk there for a Niner first.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me something. Give me something. Here we go. Mike, check, Mike.
On first down, Lance. He's got Ayuk once again. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Hey, we got a seal. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
From the 31, Lance. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. Shows his strength at the 50. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Here's Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Again, it's Lance. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 32.
We got plenty of fight, baby.
The 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The extra point now coming from Myers. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Seahawks 69, 49ers 16.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left.
He's got a man complete. And he's taken down inside the red zone past the Seattle 15. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And this play is going nowhere as he dives to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal on the Seahawks 2-yard line.
Check. Check, hot round. Hot.
Right back to Juszczyk again. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film. But this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now the Niners once again electing to go for 2. Working from the gun, Lance. Eluding the pressure right. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. Oh, I think the Niners got it back. Yes, San Fran recovers. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are 2 very tough things to do.
It takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs him. The kicking team gets the football here. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Lance looking to throw it. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. One final try now for Lance. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 30. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game.